Hi, guys. It's Monday, November 16th, 2020. Freddie B here. Absolutely pleasure to see you. Welcome. Um, New computer today. Actually, an old computer. It's been dropped twice. New screen twice. I don't know if it's as good a quality as what we've had, so I'm doing it on a different because I left my other bag at the office with my other computer on it. So we're going to give this a try and see how it works. So, um, really nice to see you. So here's the thing that got me a bit today. I was listening on a news radio, and I'm listening to locals and even the national radio stations. And I'm listening to the gentleman who may become President, Joe Biden. It's not over yet. Despite all the pleas from people who say they're my friends, it's not over yet until they certify the election. And it'd be shame if I will tell you, as I said yesterday, I think Biden will probably come out winning. Um, if for no other reason, it just the media has done a really good job of continually setting him up as a winner. Even if there's massive voter fraud, which I still believe there's a pretty good chance that we can uncover evidence of that. I think it'll be uncovered well after the fact, and the deep state shall move on. So, but it ain't over yet. So that's what I'm saying. So President-elect Joe Biden wants to use the Heros'act, and he says there's enough money in the Heros'act to help with the stimulus bill and this, that, and the other thing. And one of the other things he mentioned is, yeah, I'd take the vaccine. You know, we have two companies now that have a vaccine. Again, as I mentioned before, let's distribute it through drugstores. Let's put people in the drugstores. The pharmacists already give shots. This is nothing more than a shot. It's easy. You can send it out there. You fill out a piece of paper that gives you your name, your address, your phone number. It identifies who you are. You take a photo of your license. I don't know, and you get a shot, and off you go. It doesn't have to be complicated. It could be very simple. Distribution could be simple. You could take the first week and distribute it to every nursing home in the country if you wanted to, and do it that way. You know, sorry. Let me turn it on. Fauci would take the vaccination. You know, the only person who won't take the vaccination is the man who's the hero to all of us, who managed to kill 4 times as many people in his state as died in the state of Florida. I'm talking about none other than Governor Cuomo the clown. But that guy is an absolute idiot, and there's a lot of them. So Biden says, well, if we just sign and pass the Heros'act, it'll be fine. That's the CARES Act too, for those of you who know it by the other name. This is an 1,800-page bill that is designed to do basically 2 things for people suffering through this coronavirus pandemic. And the 2 things it's designed to do is to give you another $1,200 if you received it, and also to extend that $600 per week benefit. I am partially for both of those. I don't know that we need a stimulus bill. We've had a V-shaped recovery. Things are rocking and rolling. If you'd open your state up and let nature take its course, I think you would find that we'll be in the same situation in a month with everything open as we are today. You have to let things play themselves out. What else is in the 1,800 pages? I just want to bring up a few things just so you know, because this will help get rid of coronavirus. If you go back and forgive up to $10,000 of student loan debt, that is bullspit. You know what, kids? Guess what? You get value for what you take. Plus, $10,000 is probably not going to cover your student loan debt. Here's the thing: what about the bank that lent the money? Do they not get compensated? Or maybe they do. I don't know, because down at the bottom of it, there is also a plan to protect the banks and give banks money. Doesn't care about the consumer for those people who cannot pay their bills, but it keeps the banks going. It would roll back the tax deduction that was given. I did my taxes, and with all my deductions and everything versus my $12,200 whatever personal deduction, when I did them both ways, I was with a couple $100. So, you know, it's easy for me to take the standard deduction. Now, if you're really wealthy, though, this standard deduction hurts you, but you're going to deduct anyway. But what it does is in the blue states where people have to spend tons of money on mortgage interest and stuff like that, like let's say New York, where housing costs are ridiculous because of property taxes and stuff. When you can't deduct all of those under President Trump's tax bill, this would allow you to deduct that. So once again, the party that hates the rich is helping the rich out by giving them a bigger tax deduction. Go figure. Um, it also pays illegal immigrants. Now, the reason they're called illegal immigrants because that means they are here against the laws of the land. I would be the first one to say, let's have a path towards citizenship, but we must first close off the borders. However, you get a stimulus check too. The neat thing is that next year, see on my stimulus check, they want to tax it as income for me. So they just give me $1,200. And then next year, when I do my taxes, because I have a taxpayer ID number, which is a social security number, they're going to tax me at whatever my tax rate is. However, if you're an illegal immigrant, two things happen. They're going to give you the money. If you do not have a taxpayer ID number, they're going to go, well, we're going to pretend it was zero. Plus, they're not going to file taxes anyway. So it pays illegal immigrant. I don't, it's kind of foolish. I did not get a $1,200 check the first go round because I guess I make too much dough. I don't know, but it's a check. So it's okay. One thing they did put in the thing that, of course, will help for coronavirus is if you have a cannabis business. So I have a friend of mine, he grows cannabis. Man, he's got huge buds. It is awesome. And you know what he pumps into his, just so you know, global warming alarmist, he pumps CO2 into his greenhouse because plants love CO2. They convert it to food and convert it to oxygen, which is, a gas we need to live by. Anywho, so anyway, I'm dreaming about his buds. I mean, it's unreal. They're bigger than my head. I had a big head. Anyway, they would allow them to use banks, which is good. Banks are federally regulated, and you can't use drug money. And pot is federally illegal, but they would allow banks to have, or allow CBD or pot vendors to use banks from a safety standpoint. That's good. However, with that, they also want to do diversity studies in that particular industry to make sure that there's enough minorities, I guess, or whatever. So I want to go back to the election when Joe Biden said, you can't go into a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts and not get the hint of a slight Indian accent. I wonder if Joe and his diversity would like that same thing to happen in the pot business, where you look at it, hello, how are you? And what type of marijuana would you like? Very good. We have a special bud here. This is Hawaiian Sansavilia. Or this one over here is it's called Mumbai Monkey. Oh, it will bang you. Very good. So thank you. Thank you very much. So I guess they want that to happen too. Not so sure why, but that's in this 1,800-page Heros'act. They also had a bunch of crap in there about the election that happened November 3rd. A lot of it was no voter ID. You can go by mail. It doesn't matter. You can ballot harvest. Pretty much all the things that they did that they are saying they didn't, that they would have complained about had they lost. So anyway, so that's what they have to offer. Look, thank you so much. I hope this looks good. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I really, really appreciate it. I only need 9 million more people to subscribe, and I might be okay. Leave a comment, please, if you would, down there, and I'll look to talk to you later. Ta-ta.